Gentlemen, it's time for a GT1 lap times. For a GT1 LMP for just a little bit for this one. So if I just gonna be doing for starting in Monza to Sebring to Hockenheim and Fuji, and looks like the final one is gonna be taking for a little bit longer for just a little bit ways. As we're gonna be heading on to Fuji International Speedway, we'll be heading all the way down to Paul Ricard, starting in Autodromo Nazionale di Monza for just a little bit, for just only one thing. Teleporting to Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. So let's get inside of this one. And looks like it's pretty intensely late morning. It's absolutely started to get a little bit overcast. All of their sudden, there was absolutely only one player left. All of their players have been joined. And a lot of things are just absolutely going to be start to do like this. And before we're going to be starting on this one, let's start the McLaren F1 GT1 inside of this vehicle. Inside we get all of these way, and we're going to be getting all of their ways as well. Now let's get to be impossible to get all the way down here into this route. And this is absolutely going to be taking all the way into the shift up gear. And we're going to be putting all the way up into, otherwise we're going to be taking a little bit slow and got to be crazy things as well. And that's going to be shifted up until up here, and we'll be taking for a little bit much as well and make it overshift up here. We're just only a little bit once as well, without going to be making this oversteer. On the steer we're going to be making to this straight. Looks like taking a little bit for this one. Absolutely might be able to take a little bit corner cuts as always, taking a little bit down for as much until the first sector is 40 seconds long. What they average just a little bit faster, but the fastest sector is absolutely pretty nothing. But all over to this sudden, we're gonna hit over to 5th gear, but absolutely to take around for this strategy, and only for just only like a 5th gear or something. Now this is absolutely going to be taking all over to this 3rd place, to 4th place at this one, so this is absolutely going to be taking a little bit 1 place. I absolutely started to use PG Motorsport mode, and with absolutely taking for just a little bit slower, until this has got to be something a little bit quick is going on out here. Now it's time to make some most likely fastest lap times, whatever we see here for today. And we're going to be taking on to the 5th gear, and made this strategy for our first lap, and here we go. 1 minute and 37 seconds. Looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit 150 as well. Onto gear 2nd, we just absolutely made things a little bit as much tougher than I absolutely tried to do with it next. And we're gonna be getting onto up here, and this last time it will be absolutely taking a little bit much stress back into the PG Motorsport mode. We're going to be taking for a little bit for 100 board. I think this is absolutely made a little bit too fast, either in the 2nd lap. We're just absolutely using for just a little bit for this one. It's 2 seconds behind as well, as we're going to be taking all over to the 3rd gear back into 2nd. We're just absolutely getting a little bit stressed. The 917K is went out of the race, passing the police car or safety car, which is absolutely going to be taking a little bit for 83 miles an hour. So it looks like we just absolutely slow down to the 150 board. Now it looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit longer and passed the Camaro GT4. Looks like 0.2 seconds behind, which is absolutely taking for just a little bit longer. Has not made this possible, but it looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit slower until this is absolutely going to be taking for more lap times to go. And taking only one advantage, we'll be taking for around for next level and take it to our fight 1 minute and 34.1, which is absolutely made the very fast as quickly as possible. The best lap was absolutely very interesting. For just, I'm interested at lap times in Autodromo. So let's get back into the garage and let's see what it's next. Now the next one is going to be something literally, it's not going to be fast anymore for this one. Let's use it is on for a level 28. That is going to be using for a right-hand drive for just a little bit for only this time. This is absolutely going to be very much quickly. It's quietly just trying to do like this before. There would be a shift lights over here in the middle. Simply going to be heading onto this one until 150 board and back into this first gear. But looks like this is most likely. Oh no, we're in for a dreadful lap times as possible. As you can see, for the penalties in 2 seconds, a very dreadful lap time is. I think we just absolutely did a very bad choice. Looks like we just absolutely taking for a little bit of fourth before we made it on to the strategy and to finish around for Autodromo in the Nazionale Monza, which is absolutely for the previous lap times as well. We might gonna be taking for a little bit for power slides as always. Now the first lap time is 6 seconds ahead. Now it looks like we're gonna be taking for just touching a little bit for this one. So it is absolutely gonna be taking for very much longer. So taking for everything is gonna be very for a little bit much. And hitting onto the gear 5, and looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit for high speeds. I think we just absolutely used for the 4th gear and taking for our 2nd lap, and maybe this is absolutely 1 second behind, which is absolutely going to be taking for our fastest lap times, whatever it is. Then we're going to be taking for on the PG Motorsport mode. We're going to be taking onto the outside lane, and we're going to be taking all the way down here into the start-finish straight. Looks like we're going to be hitting around for 175 to 200 miles per hour, and this is going to be very perfect. And it looks like we're taking all over to this one. I think this is absolutely pretty too fast, whatever it is. If you're just going to be went on the side of the corner, you might going to give yourself a corner cut whatsoever. If this is absolutely might pretty possible, if you're just using for the GT1 for the 90s, this is absolutely acting like Daytona hypercars as well. So it looks like we're just absolutely taking a little bit such as a very slow. I think we just made things a little bit aggressive, and we're making things a little bit on one side, 0.4 seconds behind. Looks like we're just absolutely making things a little bit much, not pretty intensely. This is going to be taking for much more time, and more like these in 4th gear. This is how it's going to be doing for a very faster lap mode. It's going to be taking for and exactly hitting to 190 miles an hour. I think we just absolutely did it for just pretty yet. I think we just absolutely making a little bit for this side and passing for the M4 GT4. Looks like 0.8 seconds behind. Looks like we just absolutely gonna hit around here for 1 minute and 33 seconds, which is absolutely making for the outside corner. That's very possible as well. It looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit straight, but for field we're going to be taking for a little bit as much high speed as well. 186, 1 minute and 32 seconds. This is what absolutely, it's more faster than even I ever tell you. So let's going to be head back into the menu and teleport to the garage. But this is how before we're going to be end of this video. Looks like we're going to be back into GT1LM class. We're going to be using around for this straight known as the Mercedes CLK GTR LM. So it has the right-handed, and as I'm going to be very good at for this one. So as we're going to be taking for just a little bit ways, this car is a little bit straightly powered that we should be able to drive around for this moment. And this is going to be something a very good idea for whatsoever. Inside of the onboard view, this is absolutely using for it's only for left-handed for driving against well. So looks like we just absolutely made for things a little bit not sure. This is not going to be taking for a little bit for just 140 miles an hour. So it's going to be taking for a little bit much longer. And that was absolutely whatever. This is going to be taking for a little bit as much. I think which is absolutely for filled for just a little bit. 1 minute and 43, which means it's going to be very bad. I think which is absolutely made things a little bit more stressed that I ever tried to see like this moment. Looks like this is going to be for outside. It contains oversteer, which is I might going to be started against bad luck as well. It is going to be taking for a little bit much time using a PG Motorsport mode, using a 5th gear. I absolutely started to get a little bit bad. Overall, we're going to be taking a little bit much, as we're taking for a little bit for corner cutting for just a little bit. I think we just absolutely made things a little bit dreadful. I think we just absolutely made things a little bit slower. 0.3 seconds over ahead. So it looks like we just absolutely made for this a little bit for this one. And absolutely, I'm trying to catch up to the LMP1 cars. So it looks like after capturing for the GT4 cars, we just absolutely might able to get all the way down here. I think the 911 GT96 for just a little bit for once. The 996 was absolutely pretty insanely fast. 0.5 seconds, it is going to be way more slower than I ever thought. And looks like we're just absolutely catching up to LMP1 drivers. Into gear 3, we just absolutely make things a little bit stressed. Going on to this one, should be might absolutely going to be taking a little bit much as well. And the LMP1s are going to have into the pits as well. So maybe I should going to be try again for one more. And looks like we're going to be taking for a little bit for this one. As to do this, we just absolutely waiting for just only one thing. 1 minute and 33 seconds. Slower than I ever thought. We're just absolutely making things even more faster. That is absolutely 1 second ahead of us for just a little bit. And to beat the Porsche 996, which is absolutely taking for very long terms of laps. And it won't be absolutely taking for about this necessary. So it looks like we just absolutely can't see around this corner and made this straight all over to this one. And looks like I have to did 0.1 seconds behind. Looks like the sun is shining all over us. But this way, it's not a daybreaker. For this is how that I'm going to be meant to be. That I'm just trying to speed all the way its front. Now it looks like I'm just going to be passing the GTSR and taking all to this advantage and making it to this 187 miles an hour and taking on to this 4th gear. But looks like the GTSR takes it. And which means I'm not going to be making it a little bit fast. 0.2 seconds behind or in front of us. I think 0.2 seconds behind, I mean in front of us. Looks like we just absolutely made the things a little bit dreadful for us and made things a little bit for getting on to go on for this one and made the fastest lap times be gone. And we're just almost there. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna very stop for this way. 1 minute and 32.9. Looks like the best lap was absolutely, the current lap was absolutely for a previous lap is only for just only one thing. The best lap is 1 minute and 32.847. I think it's absolutely for 0.100 seconds back for just a little bit for this time. Well, that's all for today. If you like to enjoy for this video and about for this weekend for just a little bit in weekdays, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you'd like for GT1 racing for just as well. Before we're gonna be make onto the straight, I'm not absolutely keeping on focus to this one. This is what the perfect best lap time it is. It is absolutely going to be almost into 1 second by the Porsche 996 is the most fastest lap time that I ever seen in this lifetime. So I hope you enjoy, but don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell. Thanks for watching. That I'm going to be see you into our next video. And I'm going to be trying to find all the way down here that I'm going to be talking to you guys all later over and out, and I'm going to be signing off.